Right, so this is the morning after and this is looking really quite solid. It's quite solid as it is now. So next job is to get some fiberglass just bound round here to keep it really nice and solid. Move that over here a tickle. There we go. So that's held in place. That's like my third hand. And now, first thing I'm just going to do is just a little bit of a gap in there. So I'm just going to try and shove a little bit more of this fiberglass in there. Epoxy in there, should I say, not fiberglass. And then, these brushes, the hairs are terrible. You do need good strong brushes for epoxying. I have realised that. These little brushes are all well and good, but their brushes are so soft that they just come out. You just end up with hair everywhere. So let's start that bit again. So I'm just going to wet the surface a little bit, and I'm also just going to wet it about to here for now. Right, so I've left that about half an hour. It's still quite wet, so I'm gonna start putting on some fiberglass. And what I want to do is literally just sort of try and somehow get this fiberglass to sort of go around here. We may need to sort of snip it along as we go along into little pieces. So I'm going to do this into much smaller pieces. Actually, we don't want that fiberglass underneath where we're going. So we'll do these little smaller pieces, and then we shall get this sort of fixed on in the normal way. It's going to be pretty messy, I think, this, because yeah, it just is, isn't it? This is just going to be a mess, this is. So there we go. We're just going to slowly but surely get it on. Now, we may find that we're leaving a little bit of hollowing out around here, but we just need to use our gloves, in that case, our hands, just to get things on. And then there we go. So I've just coiled that round, plenty of epoxy. That's holding quite nicely. And this bit here is it's struggling a little bit to stick fully. But the idea is this will hopefully stick as well as we can get it. It's a tight space to do, really. As long as we can get something on there, we'll then just put little bits on and build that up. And then hopefully this will really help with that strength here. And then this is where the pole is going to rest, probably about here. And it's just going to give it a little bit of strength here. And then this end bit, like I said, we don't yet know how long we want it. So I've stopped it there. Good thing about fiberglassing is you don't have to do it all in one go. In fact, you shouldn't do it in one go. There's only 2 layers on this. So we'll let that dry and we'll see where it gets us. And hopefully tomorrow we could take it down the boat and have a little fitting with it. That'd be quite exciting. There we go. So this has dried quite well. It's horrendously spiky, but it's okay. It's actually dried well. The spikes will they will sand off quite easily. But like here, you've got to be really careful of those. And then there's just this bit here that's lifted off, but enough of it stayed on to form a bond there, which is good. So yeah, I'm really chuffed with that. So it will need a bit of a sand, and it's not quite cured enough to sand it. I don't like sanding too much before things are cured. And we'll get that. I think what we'll do, we'll take it to the boat tomorrow if the weather holds out, and we'll see what it looks like. Other than that, what we'll then do, work out how long it needs to be. We'll fiberglass it up. I mean, this is all right. And then with with a coat of fiberglass. Unfortunately, we'll probably have to put a bit of varnish on it or paint. I might put my grey acrylic paint over this, which might work a bit better. And then, yeah, and then we might have ourselves a bowsprit there.